Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue dielectrics and polarization. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the behavior of conductors and dielectrics in an external electric field. Whenever we place the conductor in an external electric field, the net electric field becomes zero. But when we place the dielectrics in an external electric field, the net electric field which is not equal to zero. And now let us recall what are polar molecules and nonpolar molecules. Polar molecules are the molecules in which the positive and negative charges are separated even in the absence of external electric field, and they have permanent dipole moment. But in the case of nonpolar molecules, the centers of positive and negative charges they coincide. Okay, so they don't have any permanent dipole moment. Examples of polar molecules are water and hydrogen fluoride. Similarly, the examples of nonpolar molecules are hydrogen and oxygen. And in the case of polar molecules, the individual dipole moments tend to align with the field, and they develop a net dipole moment in the direction of the field. But in the case of nonpolar molecules, the positive and negative charges get displaced and they develop an induced dipole moment as a restoring force against the direction of electric field. And these are the examples of polar molecules and nonpolar molecules. And now, let us recall once again what will happen when we place the nonpolar molecules in an external electric field. In the absence of external electric field, the centers of positive charge and negative charge they coincide and they don't have permanent dipole moment. But in the presence of external electric field, they have induced dipole moment. And now let us recall once again the polar molecules in the absence of external electric field. In the absence of external electric field, the polar molecules they have permanent dipole moment, but the net dipole moment is zero. But when the same polar molecule, when it is placed in an external electric field, when the polar molecules placed in an external electric field, they have net dipole moment. So in the absence of external electric field, they have permanent dipole moment, but they don't have net dipole moment. But in the presence of external electric field, they have net dipole moment. Now, let us see the very important concept. The extent of polarization depends on the relative strength of two mutually opposite factors. Okay, the extent of polarization which depends on two mutually opposite factors. What are they? Dipole potential energy in the external field tending to align the dipoles with the field. Okay, and the second one is thermal energy tending to disrupt the alignment. Okay, so the extent of polarization depends on the relative strength of two mutually opposite factors. One is the dipole potential energy in the external field, which tends to align the dipoles with the field, and the another one is thermal energy tending to disrupt the alignment. And again, once again, this is also very important. Whether a dielectric is polar or non-polar, whether the dielectric is polar or non-polar, a net dipole moment in the presence of an external electric field. Okay, so whether a dielectric is polar or non-polar, it develops a net dipole moment in the presence of an external electric field. Okay. Now, let us see the definition of polarization. The dipole moment per unit volume. The dipole moment per unit volume is called polarization. What is polarization? The dipole moment per unit volume is called polarization. Okay. And polarization is equal to chi into E. What is this chi? Which is nothing but it is a constant. Okay, it is a constant characteristic of the dielectric, and it is known as electric susceptibility of the dielectric medium. Okay, what is this constant? This constant is nothing but it is a constant characteristic of dielectric, and it is known as electric susceptibility of the dielectric medium. Okay. Now, you may raise one question. How does the polarized dielectric modify the original external field inside it? Okay, what is the question? We have, how does the polarized dielectric modify the original external field inside it? That can be explained with the help of the simple diagram. So here we are going to assume this is the direction of external electric field. Okay. And we are going to place the rectangular dielectric slab in an external electric field. Okay. And because of the presence of external electric field inside the dielectric, there will be an induced dipole moment. Okay. So I will explain this now with the help of the proper diagram. So now let us consider the rectangular dielectric slab which is placed in an external electric field. Okay. So this is the direction of external electric field. When we place the dielectric in an external electric field, what will happen? Uniform polarization takes place. So we have positive and negative charges are present like this inside the dielectric. Okay. So what happens inside the dielectric? Uniform polarization takes place. Okay. So the centers of positive and negative charges are separated by a small distance. So now they have net dipole moment. Okay. They have net dipole moment. Clear? But what happens inside the dielectric? Let us see now. Okay. Now look at the distance between the first dipole and the second dipole. Okay. The positive charge of the first dipole, which is very close to the negative charge of the second dipole. Similarly, the positive charge of the second dipole, which is very close to the negative charge of the third dipole. So, what will happen here? Okay, this positive charge of the first dipole which is neutralized by the negative charge of the second dipole. Let me redraw this diagram so that it will be easy for you to understand. So now let us consider this is the dielectric. So what happens here inside the dielectric? Okay, this positive charge which will be neutralized by this negative charge. Similarly, this positive charge which will be neutralized by this negative charge. So, what happens here? We have the negative charges along the one side of the dielectric and similarly we have positive charges on the other side of the dielectric. Actually, this is the direction of the dipole moment. So, because of these type of alignment, the positive charge of the first dipole which is neutralized by the negative charge of the second dipole. Okay. So, these positive and negative get cancelled, neutralized, these two will get neutralized. What do we have here? We have only the negative charges on this side of the dielectric. And similarly, we have positive charges on the other side of the dielectric. So, we can say that this is the side where we have negative surface charge density, and here we have positive surface charge density. Okay, so we can also redraw this diagram once again. What do we have here? This is the direction of the original electric field, and we have only the negative charges this side, and we have positive charges on the other side. In between, we don't have anything because of the neutralization. Okay, and this side we have negative charges, they are not cancelled by any other charge. Similarly, here you have positive charges along this side. Okay, so these two charges once again induces an induced electric field, but which is in the direction opposite to that of the original electric field. Okay, so what is the effect of placing the dielectric in an external electric field? When we place the dielectric in an external electric field, the effect of original electric field will be reduced. Okay, even though we have, that is, original electric field and induced electric field. Okay, and we know very well that it is not the sum of the original electric field and induced electric field which is not equal to 0. But when we place the dielectric in an external electric field, the effect of the original electric field will be reduced. Okay. Now let us see the very important concept. Difference between dielectric and insulator. So already we discussed about what are dielectrics, right? The material which stores the electric energy in an electric field is a dielectric material. Okay, the material which stores the electric energy in an electric field is a dielectric material, and they don't have any free charge carriers. Okay, and what are insulators? The material which blocks the flow of electrons is known as insulator. Okay, and whenever we place the dielectric in an external electric field, they will be polarized. Okay, so the dielectric which gets polarized when we place it in an external electric field, but the insulators cannot be polarized. Okay, and here are the examples of dielectric and insulator. What are the examples of dielectric? Dry air, vacuum, distilled water, or some of the examples of dielectric. Okay, and similarly, cotton, plastic, mica are examples of insulator. Okay, so hope you all of you understood what is a dielectric and what is an insulator, and also we discussed everything completely about dielectrics and polarization. Okay, so tomorrow we will continue the topic, the very interesting topic, which is capacitor and capacitance. Thank you, students.